All right, welcome back to the channel. Max Tornow here. Little veranda, getting the first spring vibes in our little home office. I want to talk about what you actually don't need in order to start your very first business, because you do not need a website and you do not need to have some sort of big social media presence. And I want to talk a little bit about that in terms of a personal anecdote that I've just recently found out. It's a little triggering for some people, but ultimately it's what you need to hear. So if you want to build your very first business, you're trying to start from scratch, you don't know where to start, this video is exactly for you, so pay attention.
Have you ever wondered whether there's more to life than a meaningless dead-end 9-to-5 job? Have you ever dreamed about breaking free, traveling the world, making good money while not having to worry that you could get fired? My name is Max Tornow, and I've attained that freedom and I've attained that security. No more office dress code, no morning commute, no boss. This channel is for you, so here's to your freedom.
All right, so I want to give you an anecdote here, and that was, I had a very good friend of mine back in the days named Alex. And Alex was a very outgoing person. Well, he is, he's still alive. And he was somebody who always wanted to have more for himself. He was very entitled. And the reason why I say was is because I'm not very much in contact with him anymore. And back in the days, if you know that, my very first business was the dating advice business. And that was in the beginning of my 20s. And I started coaching people a little bit. I was back in the days hanging out on a forum and basically literally just direct outreach people that could potentially need my help. And I would literally make my first 4 figures with that. And I made 4 figures a couple months in a row, and I felt good about that. And then I realized, like, I didn't have a website. I didn't have a big social media brand. It was literally just me posting in that forum and directly reaching out to clients or prospects. And then I had this friend named Alex, and one day we hung out together at his crib. And he was this very cool guy that I always kind of looked up to. He was much cooler than me, much better looking. And he was relaxing on the couch like this, and he's like, yeah, by the way, check out my website. And I checked out his website, and it was this extremely beautiful, well-built website, like cool designs and very slick. And he was also offering dating advice, but what he did looked much, much cooler than what I did, because he had this cool website. He did a photo shoot for that where he looked all slick and he had girls in there, and it looked so damn professional, and the copy that he had written on there was really cool too. And I said, like, oh my God, I didn't know you were doing this too, and I was honestly kind of envious almost about that, because here I was just derping around on the forum, and it looked like he was making so much money. And I asked him, like, hey, how much are you making with this? Do you live from that? And he's like, yeah, I live from that. He just kind of brushed it off in his cool, nonchalant manner. Funnily enough, around 3 months later, I found out from his roommate that he makes absolutely zero. He had 0 clients. He never made any money. In fact, he's too broke to afford rent, and there's actually some quarrel that they're in that he couldn't pay the rent for his roommate, his half, and his roommate was trying to get him out and stuff like that. And then I heard from more and more people that this person has just no money and doesn't make a single client. And the reason why I wanted to give you this anecdote is because Alex, in this case, while he might have been smart and while he might have actually been a good coach, he did not start the right way. He started with the fancy way, building a website and trying to look better than you are. And I kind of went down the more direct way back then, which is, where are my potential prospects? How can I reach out to them? So here I was making my first 4 figures a month without a website, and here he was having invested a lot of time and energy into the website, but at the same time hasn't made any money, and at the same time also hasn't helped a single person yet. And this is exactly what we're teaching in our beginner programs to our beginner clients as well. Go the most direct route first in order to get your first clients. Why? Because number 1, you get paid. Number 2, you go the more direct route where you actually are in contact with your clients. And number 3, you're not wasting time or, God beware, even money trying to build a website or build a social media. It's absolutely not necessary. All right? I would really like to invite you to check out our reviews channel, the Max Tornow reviews channel, or even just check out the comments, the client interviews here on this very channel. None of these people has had a website when they broke their first $10,000 or euros a month, because it's simply not necessary at this point. Besides, let us say you really do think you need a website, okay? What are you going to put on that website? How do you know that's going to resonate with your audience? A lot of people possess the arrogance and they say, well, I know my audience, or I will write on my website what I think is good. Well, but how many businesses have you built so far? If you're a beginner, probably none. So how do you know what to put in the website that really resonates with that? What we're teaching our beginner clients, for example, is we say, okay, go research your audience first. Go get test clients first. It can be free test clients if you're uncomfortable with charging anything. Charge half a price, charge a lower price if you want to charge something, get free test clients, all right? If you already have full-on expertise and you're confident, then go charge full price if you want. And upon that knowledge that you acquire from 100% objective knowledge, all right? Is this something that people want to buy? Is this something that people resonate with? From there, you build up your social media presence, if you will, your profiles that you're using to directly reach out to your clients, or also your website later on. And at that point, your website is so highly targeted towards people that have already bought from you, towards the exact client avatar that you know actually converts for you, that the website might be good looking, but most importantly, it's well converting. And that's what ultimately counts. Nobody cares if your website looks cool or your social media is full of followers. What people care about is, do I resonate with that person? Yes or no? Does that person talk about the exact problems that I'm experiencing? Yes or no? And how do you know that? Well, by going down the client route first, by being direct with your clients and reaching out to them directly first, right? Before I continue, if you haven't done so yet, go give me a follow on my Instagram account. That's very important for you because I'm posting every day on there. I'm showing behind the scenes. I'm giving value nuggets every day. And also, go follow our Free to Business Mentoring Instagram account because on there we're showing the most important business value nuggets that we're learning here along the ways with our clients. And we're also sharing our most successful client stories on there. So highly recommend you checking both out. You probably have your phone in your hand right now, so go give a follow for both. Now, interestingly enough, it was that I was more and more aware of that in retrospective, obviously, but it was that very client-centric approach that I've always had that made me blow up in my very first business. So here I was, before social media, before I became popular on social media, making first 4 figures a month with that, because what I offered was something that converted, and what I offered was something that resonated with my audience. Later on, as I started to implement social media, my channel instantly got bigger and more known because I was the guy that people could resonate with so much. They said, okay, here's this Max guy, love what he does. I feel like he's my best friend, I feel like he's my brother, and so on and so forth. Things like that don't just come out of nowhere. This is something that people say when they really resonate with your message. And of course, I had a lot of great support back then as well that helped me grow my channel, but it's just less about the numbers and the subscribers. It's about the type of relationship that I was able to build already with my very first business, because I really knew my potential client avatar in and out. I knew what their biggest fears are. I knew what their biggest dreams are. I knew what would keep them up awake at night, and so on and so forth. And that is, by the way, also what we're doing now with this very channel. This very channel doesn't even have 100,000 subscribers yet it completely outsells most of the bigger channels. Why? Well, while we might have less subscribers and only like 1,000 views or something per video, we're still highly converting because the few people that do watch us, they resonate with that. They want to become a part of our client support structure. They want us to help them, and so on and so forth. So it's still highly lucrative, right? So you can see with that, if you go down the client-centric approach first, before trying to look good, before trying to look fancy, you will, number 1, make money. You'll, number 2, get paid as you're learning. And number 3, you're gathering the important information that you need in order to generate content or marketing messages that resonate with the exact people who could potentially become your clients. And this is exactly what you actually need if you want to get started with your very first business as an online coach, as a consultant, as a service provider, or even as somebody who wants to start an agency. So when that is you, and you say, Max, can you tell me more about this? Can you help me get started? I'm not sure where to start. I'm a little confused. Then I invite you to book a free consultation call with us right now. There's a link down in the description below, or a link that appears somewhere here right now. You click on that link, it brings you to a page. You can read a little bit more information on that page, and at the bottom of that page, there's an application form. You fill that out, and then you can book the exact date and time where you want us to call you. All right, that call is entirely for free. There will be no hidden international charges whatsoever. And yeah, we can absolutely help you on that call. We'll be looking at your situation. We'll be analyzing your strengths, and we can tell you what exact steps you need to take in order to get started. So if you feel a little lost, you may be not sure what exactly it is that you could be offering people, this call is for you. If you already have a skill and you want to monetize that, this call is for you. And if you're already making some money, but obviously you want to do it more in a more consistent way, then that call is for you as well. I'm going to put a little bit of a client testimonial video after this as well. We have so many of these nowadays, so feel free to check that out as well. Other than that, book your free consulting call right now. Thank you very much for watching, and talk soon.
Yo, what up? Leon here. I teach people how to play guitar. Something I never thought I would be doing seriously, but like, I'm pretty good at it, so why not teach other people to do it? But I also wanted to make money with it, something I never thought was possible until now. Like, I made this week 2 closes already, made in 5K in total. This program is pretty awesome, and I feel amazing to be a part of this. So thank you, FBM.